All right. All right, let's go. Put one or two in the chats. And if you watch and playback, okay, let's get into this. Let's go.
Wounds.
By the way, this is a press conference that Shyne did in Belize when he was addressing his opposition, because they were like, how you going to elect a criminal? What's going on? When he says this, please keep in mind that I reported a couple weeks ago that Shyne is trying to get his record expunged because he's saying it can be proven that it was not him that shot Natanya in the face. But let's keep going. All right. He's in the thing. I will say one thing. You know how you know Shyne was not going to be on Bad Boy for long, because Shyne is not bad looking at all. But also, when you look at Craig Mack, when you look at Diddy, when you look at Biggie, they all had something in common. They were. It seems like Shyne, Black Rob, everybody else is just like, well, you don't fit with these people. It seemed like they always got out of. Look what happened to Black Rob. Look what happened to Shyne. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The bad boy people. Let's keep going. So Shyne is saying, let's start off. Let's go.
When you hear, the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her, that is what is the most remarkable. Oh, you didn't see that?
I saw that.
Okay.
Now, Shyne think he's so slick. He bought this up out the blue. He was like, when you hear about the victims and the victim saying Diddy shot her, and the reporter was like, huh? He's like, oh, you didn't hear that? Now he about to go in. Shyne cracked me up. Oh, you didn't hear that? Let's go.
And that was triggered by a lawsuit from a producer that produced on the Love album, who is making accusations, and in those accusations he says that the gentleman confessed to the shooting. And that is what's...
So he's talking about Little Rob, and in Little Rob's lawsuit, everybody wanted to call Little Rob a liar. Little Rob said that Diddy confessed to him, and he has Diddy on tape confessing to him that he was the one that shot Natanya in the mouth, not Shyne. Okay? Natanya says it was Diddy. Little Rod says it was Diddy. And Little Rod said, I got tape with Diddy saying it was Diddy. So this is what Shyne's addressing. Let's keep going.
Stands out to me the most because, I've done my best to put it behind me and to move forward. But it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political...
What? Shyne is on video saying this confirms what he's been saying all along, that what everybody's known all along, that he was the fall guy. Tell me this man ain't cooperating with the feds. I double dare y'all to say that this man ain't cooperating with the feds. Y'all, let's rewind that one more time because we got to hear this.
But it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, detractors tried to make me into, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that. That was the story. I'm just saying that.
You guys, this is breaking news. First of all, can we just say Diddy's going down? He's going down to Pound Town, which he actually might, right? He going to Pound Town. He might appreciate that, right? But let us just say that Shyne has just said on video, thank you to the Belize News thing, when he's talking about the way he was the fall guy. He was just a kid. Everybody knows that it was Diddy. He talks about the victim. He talks about Little Rob. But let's keep going because we're going to rewind this and do the director's cut.
I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what. But the victim is telling you who did what. And I understand that there are other witnesses.
Is she accurate, sir?
He said, the victim is telling y'all who did what. The victim is saying it was Diddy. Okay? He's going, listen what he said, he's accurate. Now, here's where he tries to kind of step, because at the end of the day, Diddy is Diddy. However, keep in mind, The streets are saying he is 100% cooperating with the feds. One, this is also why J-Lo is probably trying, in my mind, get all these accounts pushed down because she knows. I've also heard that J-Lo is paying into helping Diddy with not legal fees, but PR stuff. I heard that. Diddy and J-Lo are linked in this. And I think J-Lo is trying to scare everybody into saying her name so nobody's going to drag her into the Diddy mess. But the weird thing is, after that TikToker, Kyle Marissa, passed away, and everybody is dragging her on TikTok, girl, all this backfired. Let's not forget, J-Lo had training back in the day, I think after she broke up with Ben Affleck, because she was so unlikable and such a B and such a nasty person that she had to have likability training so she came off as likable. Baby, this is like a time capsule. We going back to when nobody liked you but Diddy. But let's keep going.
I'm not going to get into that, but it does open wounds, and certainly I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is, that, I did not shoot those people. I maintain that I never shoot nobody, that there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed, so there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize.
Now, let me just say this before we go. And right after I'm done, I'm going to play this in entirety. It's only 2 minutes, so y'all can listen to it in entirety. And then we are going to talk about it, right? But first of all, Shyne's a key. Oh, you didn't hear that? Oh. And then he's like, but the victim's saying they are vindicated. Me. They are doing me. I don't know. He seems like he's a key to hang out with. But also, did you hear the fact of he basically confirmed that Diddy has been paying off him, but also flooding money into the government of Belize? Do you hear how he said, listen, I'm very grateful to what he did for the people of Belize. What is Diddy doing to the people of Belize? What's going on in that airfield on Belize? What is going on? I'm very grateful. But at the end of the day, he's putting Diddy on notice. Let's keep going.
Wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy, because a global icon would have been destroyed.
All right, y'all.
What is the moment when you hear?
Hold on, we're gonna play this in its entirety for you guys, and then we go and discuss, because baby, I got even more tea. But listen to this in this entirety. All right, it's just 2 minutes, okay? But listen and take notes. Diddy is done. Diddy is going down. Shyne has exposed not just him, but also J-Lo in that shooting. Here's what I don't understand. Why didn't Diddy just settle with Cassie before they went and gave statements to the feds? Because they didn't have to. It's because Diddy was messing around for so much, right? At least the way I see it. And she was probably like, listen, in order to sue somebody for something, right? You can do the investigation yourself, or you can go to the police, the feds, and be like, yo, I know this information. Can y'all investigate? And the feds will pick it up, just like Little Rod and what happened with Diddy with the feds. You don't want to go to state and local, because Cassie didn't, because she remembered when she was with Diddy and he was doing all those horrible things to her. The police and everybody seemed like they were looking the other way. It seemed like he had connections. So they went straight to the feds, because Douglas Wigmore and Tyrone Blackburn knows you might have money, you might have power, you might got influence, but you don't got more money, power, and influence than the U.S. government. And baby, the Southern District of New York bends for no one. Everybody takes a knee to that, especially with Homeland Security investigations. Even the FBI takes a knee to them. Okay. However, right, when that stuff happened with Shyne, that was J-Lo. When Little Rod asked for his $50,000 or however much he wanted, and his publishing rights, which he deserved, he basically asked to get paid for the job. Diddy, after doing all this, having him waking up naked, doing all this stuff, laughed in his face. Him and his Justice Squad, right, thought they was literally going to run game on him and just run a Sean Hawley play Like what they did with Megan Thee Stallion, messing the blogs, attack the black lawyer, do this, do that. All you had to do was not be so arrogant and pay that man that 50. But you know what they say? Your demon will always be your undoing. If Diddy hadn't been so arrogant, hadn't been so depraved. Now, this is my opinion. Diddy maintains his innocence. He says none of this is true. It's a witch hunt. It's smears. He will be vindicated in court. His lawyers say that everything is lies. This is all salacious propaganda. They're googly-eyed, like not, I would say people they paid off, but I realize a lot of people don't even need to be paid off. They just want access, right? Whether it's reporters on Twitter, whether it's whatever, they want access. They want to take a knee. Okay. They just want access. Imagine they just want access because at the end of the day, everybody a groupie, even the people not pretty enough or not enough money to be groupies, men and women, there's a whole segment of groupies in life. No, and they can be highly educated. They can look intelligent. They can look whatever you want. They can be people you admire. But baby, when they take a knee, you a groupie. You a groupie, you a fan, you a stan. And that's cool. But I ain't never taken a groupie, a fan, or a stand's word. I don't care how many letters you got bound in your name. I don't care how much you've been educated. I don't care how much money you have. You're a groupie in the stand, and that's what I'll take it with. Anyway, right? When all this thing Shyne, Cassie wasn't around there, but little Rod is the reason most likely that this thing with Shyne is actually being reopened. He is the main reason, at least in my mind. And Diddy could have avoided basically life ruining for 50,000. But again, like I said, your demons will always be your unrest. His arrogance, his cruelty, his alleged power hunger, is great. The way he felt and thought that he was untouchable. Baby, let's go. Cat Williams wasn't joking when he said, I wonder if God came down and gave him a vision. He was sitting in bed talking about some speaking in tongues, and Cat Williams got a vision of what 2024 was going to look like because, baby, he ain't lied once.
Wounds.
All right, here's the uncut. All right, for those of y'all that don't like the soothing sounds of my voice, let's go uncut.
When you hear, the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her, that is what is the most remarkable. Oh, you didn't see that?
I saw that.
Okay. And that was triggered by a lawsuit from a producer that produced on the Love album, who is making accusations, and in those accusations he says that the gentleman confessed to the shooting. And that is what stands out to me the most because, I've done my best to put it behind me and to move forward. But it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, detractors tried to make me into, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that. That was the story. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what. But the victim is telling you who did what. And I understand that there are other witnesses.
Is she accurate, sir?
I'm not going to get into that. But it does open wounds. And certainly I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is. That, I did not shoot those people. I maintain that I never shoot nobody. That there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed. So there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. I wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy because a global icon would have been destroyed.
Y'all, he prays for Diddy's soul. Now, baby, what do we know about this? Okay, there, you guys have it full and uncut. Shyne has confessed to everything that happened with Diddy, everything that we suspected, everything that we know. He has he's pretty much confessed with it. So where are we going? Diddy, we can pretty much say, is pretty much done. Anybody that will be dumb enough to stand by Diddy's side now, if he's not paying your rent, baby, you were a part of it. If he's not paying your rent, baby, then you are one of his freak off vids. You are a fan. You are a stan. Let me just get into these real quick before I go into the next.